Hey guys, it's Rosie Mum Anna, and today I'm doing a video I've talked about doing for a while and actually have time to do. My little girl is off at a wooden boat festival with her dad, and my son that's just started grade 10 is with his girlfriend. My other son's at work, not the care. But I've got a bit of time to sit down a video. She's usually running around in the background of my video, so this would be one of my big ones because Designer Brands is one of my favourite brands in Australia. I would say it's sort of similar to Colourpop in as much as like it's of a similar price range to drugstore cosmetics, but it is comparatively far better quality, and it also keeps up with current trends, so you're able to, recreate the current looks and stuff. I'm not too sure, they're not a straight up dupe brand, but they clearly, in my opinion, are heavily inspired by people, and then some of the products they create are clearly their own. But anyway, this video is to talk you through what I think is really good and what to avoid, because I clearly have quite a lot of the collection. I've never been sent any PR by anyone. This is all purchased by me. So let's get to it. Now this, as a foundation, I think this is my favorite foundation. I have tried like 20 plus drugstore foundations, and this is the Luminous Hydrating Foundation Glowing Coverage by Designer Brand with SPF 15 in 802 Classic Ivory. This is kind of a bit of a Australian cult beauty buy. Everyone that has ever bought this foundation, from what I know, has gone, yeah, if you can find your colour. They do have a fairly terrible shade range, unfortunately. The other thing I will say about Designer Brands is that they are vegan and cruelty-free. So, yeah. They can be found in some pharmacies and what have you, but mostly via their website in Australia and New Zealand, which is another reason I consider them to be kind of like Colourpop. But anyway, yeah, this foundation is fantastic. Their stick foundation I also really liked. However, I really dislike this. This is a concealer, and this is called the Brightening Concealer in Pink Beige 639. Light diffusing pigments to visibly soften fine lines. Once again, really bad shade range, but the consistency was quite nice, but then it just separates, it will not blend seamlessly with the foundation that was released at the same time, like the same one, nor any others. It's very obvious, and I found it to settle really badly within fine lines. This is the best primer I have ever used by Designer Brands, and it's one of my favourite primers all around. I use this just on areas where I have visible pores, so across my nose, the top of my cheeks, my forehead, and the bit of my chin. I don't put it all over my face, but this is the Designer Brands Blur Primer with Peptide Infusion Q10 vitamins A, C, and E. It does have dimethicone in it. It's a silicone one, but in my opinion, it's fantastic. Of all the blush collections and palettes you will see me talk about today, I think this one, and there is another one in this range that's more peach in tone. You can hear the yobos outside yelling, and I reckon these are absolutely beautiful. These are my favourite. Is just 3 different blushes. This is called the Strawberry Shortcake. So there's a really pink one, a peachy one, and then almost contour, but it's a blush. I think it's only called a blush complexion. It's a blush up complexion palette in strawberries and cream. That's beautiful. Then we go, so these are the little quads they have. I have it in this one, which is quite neutral, and I have a purple one, and these are the talc free formula. They're very basic. I got them when I started getting into makeup, and I wanted to do full looks with darkened creases, but I still need a bit of help, and I like that these had the 1, 2, 3, 4 all over setting shade, lid shade, crease shade, and deepening shade. It was really good when I started, so I do like these, but I wouldn't pay $15 for them, so I got them. I love this Mineral Mosaic Bronzer by Designer Brands. I'm so pale that any bronzer looks really obvious, but this is a lovely mix, and I use it everywhere. This I don't like at all. This is Enlighten Me a pressed highlight powder, a single highlight by Designer Brands. It looks quite promising. Like, you know, because I am mature skin, I don't want to be, she says, check it out compared to the one I'm about to show. So it looks like quite promising, but I've just swatched it on my hand there, and yeah, you can't see a thing, so don't recommend that. This is the most recent palette I got from them. This is from this year's Christmas collection. Obviously, I waited till after Christmas. Leave it, the Ice Ice Baby Mixtape Rockin' 12 Shade Eyeshadow Palette. I sort of assumed this would be, Ice Ice Baby would be a cooler toned palette, and I got it because it was on clearance, and I sort of got a trying to work through the thing I have with collecting their makeup, because I'm not buying makeup this year to finish a collection. I kind of did with this palette, however, I am really liking it. It's the talc-free formula. Like I said, it's all vegan and cruelty-free. I got it for $8, and I just like the fact there certainly are cool shades in it. They're not all cool, obviously, but I just like the fact that shimmers are a bit different. That's once again why I equated it to Colourpop, because they do keep up with trends and stuff. So, and then this is what I was saying. Okay, so they go from that to this, which is like obviously an Anastasia, I'd say, dupe. But so this is like a 6 shade Oh My Glow highlight kit. You're a diamond, baby, don't let them break you. I actually got this for my daughter, does like rhythmic gymnastics and dance performance, and I got it to put on her, but I kept it after then, and I do use it on her, but I use it too as an inner quarter highlight, cheek highlight, that sort of thing. I use probably these ones, and those ones are actually the one I got to use on her, but I do enjoy using it. This was from this year's Christmas collection. I paid full price for this, I think, and this to me looks very heavily inspired by Jeffree Star. This is the Electric Dreams 10 Shade Eyeshadow Palette. It's the talc-free formula once again, and a really warm tone palette then with this bizarre polarity in it, which is a really cool tone to mauve. It's a beautiful shade. Like, they're all really good, nice pigmentation, blendability, you know, like I said, good price, obvious color story. Designer Brand shadows actually apply on the eye a lot better than they swatch ever, but yeah, to me that looks very heavily inspired by Jeffree Star. Then okay, these two here are from last year's Christmas collection. This is obviously inspired by Too Faced in design layout, similar to a chocolate bar palette. This is some of their best eyeshadow, like the you can see how much I've used all of it. The shimmers are fantastic. The mattes are creamy. It's all blendable. You can make heaps of different looks out of it. It doesn't look very cohesive like that, but it's got cool shades. It's got warm shades. It's got deep shades. And this was the first face palette I ever got, and this was for $10. And this one is a blush topper contour, blush and highlight. I really like the blush topper, highlight and blush. The contour's a bit too deep for me, and I've never been a big contour, and it's too deep to bronze with, but the rest of them I really liked. This for $10. Then this was the next release of theirs, the Sofa Kutcher one. This was the eyeshadow palette that came with it. I really love this. I think it's a great neutral palette, you know, great for anyone just beginning your makeup. This was free with 2 other purchases, but I got it for $8. And the face palette, the On The Go face palette that came with it was originally $15. I got it for $7.50. So, but I just found this to be so similar to that one. Like you can see those two match, and then that one's that one. So I was a little bit disappointed in that, but that's, like I said, but I got a bit caught up in collecting the sets, and I really liked all these pink as, here's another victim, as you can see, tin ones, because I do like my aesthetic. Like, I think most people that really get into makeup and stuff do have that sort of sense of aesthetic, but this one does have some different shades. One of the highlighters is the same, different highlighter, different blush. I don't have good enough camera quality for you to see. I love this blush, and actually this is a blush too. So yeah, their eyeshadow palettes I highly recommend. If you had one of their face palettes, don't worry about the rest. This is their Vivid Chrome, like mousse It's like Colourpop, you know, the I'm having a real meltdown here. That formula that, you know, is wet to dry anyway, that is their version of it, and it is quite good. I really like it. I only have the one colour, so I do it when I do an extreme purple look. I like it, but I wouldn't go out of my way to get it unless it was on special, or unless you had, like, you needed a particular colour to really pop. Like, their powder shadows are good enough to pop without having to worry about that. As far as their lipstick formula goes, I was never a big fan of liquid lipsticks. However, I liked their matte 24-hour wear. I had it only in Must Have Mauve, but it wasn't as unmovable as a lot of brands, but it wasn't drying. It didn't crack and sear my lips. It was quite nice. I do love this formula though, the Designer Brands Moisturising Lip. I'm glad we're back to like bullet lipsticks, hydrating ones. This one is quite sheer, but it's just, it stays on quite well and it makes your lips feel lovely. This is in 664 Mulberry Rush, but I think I'm going to get some more of these. So that is a breakdown of what I think. Oh, and sorry, this is Lash Extension mascara by Designer Brands. I wouldn't recommend getting Designer Brands mascara. Like, I like, you know, Maybelline Lash Sensational or that sort of thing. Even W7, I think, do some really good mascaras. I don't think Designer Brand do for the price, unless, of course, being vegan and stuff. Like, plenty of others are cruelty free, but Designer Brand are vegan. Is that important to you? Then I would get it. It's a very this one is like a normal bristle brush one. They do have some rubber-ended ones, but never seen anyone rage about it. So anyway, as I said, yeah, definitely go for the eyeshadow palettes. Face palettes, get one. They have some, I don't recommend their single highlighters. Their highlighter palettes, if you're into them, get them. Their bronzers and stuff, I think, are fantastic. Love the Luminous foundation. Love the Blur primer. Do not like any of their concealers I've tried. Really liked the moisturising bullet lip formula, and quite liked the matte liquids lipstick formula. However, it wasn't totally non-transferable, but it wasn't drying. So please comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know of the next video if you'd like to see it. There is my makeup collection vanity thing. If you'd like an in-depth tour or whatever, let me know. But bye.